Each year, the cheers get louder, and the ping of aluminum bats hitting softballs multiply. After 28 years of play in San Diego, supporters say Over the Line is now the fastest-growing sport in the world. It's so popular, more than 700 teams signed up for play in this year's World Championships at Fiesta Island. The athletes don't play because of the glamour of big-time sports. They play because it's just plain fun to do. Over the Line and the people who play it are purely Californian. It is becoming such a summer ritual, our lawmakers have given it a whole month of its own.
Well, the resolution does two things. First of all, it declares this month, July, to be Over the Line month in California. And it should be, because I think this game is played just about more than any other sport during the month of July, and we have more tournaments. And secondly, it asks the Olympic Committee to select Over the Line as the American new sport entry in the 1984 Olympics.
Over the Line started in the sand, and it's considered somewhat of a sacrilege to play it anywhere but on sand. The tournament's founding father was Mike Curran.
We just played it on the beach, and it's just one of those games that probably just evolved because you didn't have enough people to play something else.
As a game, Over the Line is relatively easy to play. You hit the ball over the line, and 3 hits equal a run. You wouldn't think of it as a game with many injuries, but there are. Mostly superficial, of course, but some are disabling.
It looks serious. What happened?
Trying to make a valiant effort to go for a foul ball, I exploded my knee.
Did you catch the ball?
I sure did, but as soon as it cracked, I dropped.
There are 2 types of over-the-line player. Those who depend on pure clout and hit the ball as far as they can, and those who play with surgical accuracy.
The old-time over-the-line players say the young guys just want to slug the ball as far as they can, while they want to place it in the different corners with more finesse. The younger guys say that's just not true.
There's a lot of young guys out there with a lot of finesse, and we don't try and kill it.
Tell them about the game we won.
But if they play in short, we're going to put it over their heads. But we have just as much finesse as they do.
Over the Line is sponsored yearly in San Diego by the old Mission Beach Athletic Club, OMBAC for short. OMBAC feels too much is said and written about behavior at its annual tournament, and not enough attention is paid to the sport. Perhaps that's because the attitude at the tournament, by some standards, is permissive. By others, it's downright perverted. Most teams' names seem to be inspired from reading Hustler magazine, and the chatter on the public address system is oftentimes too vile to play back on TV.
On court 9, next up again versus just.
I guess you can give it any name you want to, but I think it's, it's kind of fun. I'd even say it's kind of clean fun. It doesn't hurt anybody. Nobody ever gets in fights out here. We just have a good time in the sun.
At the end of each World Championship, an over-the-line queen is chosen. She's called Miss Emerson. In past years, Miss Emerson has been persuaded to go topless for judges and the crowd. OMBAC says it's cleaned up the Miss Emerson contest. We'll see if that's true in part 2 of our look at Over the Line. This is Over the Line. And this is Over the Line. As much as it is a sport, it is a festival where inhibitions are dropped and where overindulgence of nearly every kind is accepted.
Unlike most sporting tournaments, Over the Line has its own beauty queen. She's dubbed Miss Emerson in reference to her anatomy. Would you like to be Miss Emerson?
Well, I still think I have what it takes upstairs.
Oh, you're not smart enough?
You know what I mean.
The 20,000 people who show up on Fiesta Island on a typical over-the-line day in July make it a point to wear as little clothing as possible. And it seems the girls who would be Miss Emerson wear the least clothing of all.
A girl with obvious assets, that's what Miss Emerson's all about.
Karen, would you like to be Miss Emerson?
No. Well, the only thing I heard is that, they take their tops off and everything and show all the guys, and I'm just not that kind of person.
In years gone by, Miss Emerson has been asked to bear the physical attributes that helped her become queen. But that doesn't happen anymore. The judges now take a more prudent stand on the issue.
That's something we're trying to live down. That's totally erroneous. No, we don't make them take anything off that they don't want to. I mean, you know, we don't turn our backs on it, but no, we don't encourage that at all. In fact, I can't think of any Miss Emerson who took her tops off for us.
To see what it takes to become Ombach's Miss Emerson, we followed several candidates through the application procedure.
You're just more or less a goodwill little beauty in our club. You represent our club throughout the year. So if you fill out those applications, and we'll take a couple of pictures of you.
Okay.
First, young ladies were asked to fill out a form, listing among other things their name and age. Age is important because Ombach is made up of prominent businessmen, some attorneys, and even a couple of San Diego police officers. The form also asks the girls' measurements. If she doesn't know them, Ombach members are standing by with a tape measure, ready to help.
Okay, we have,
Still got it screwed. No, you're
not a 30. You're 35.
Still got it screwed.
No way. You got the wrong end.
Next comes the photo session. The girls are taken to a small crevice behind two tents where they're asked to pose for camera and about a dozen Ombach members.
A little more so. Yeah. There, yeah. Body around this way. There it is. Okay. There it is. Straight up here. That's it.
nicely done.
Remember, Ombach says it no longer asks the girls to take off any clothing.
Okay, we don't want to.
Okay. Oh, the top off?
No, I don't take it off.
No, whatever.
Okay, the bottom.
Take the bottom.
No, I can't.
It all seems a little seedy, but then this is over the line, and it's okay to act a bit unruly. And the girls, after all, don't seem to mind.
Okay, does it bother you that they ask you to take off your top or suggest that you do?
No, as long as I don't have to do it, it's fine.
I don't want to have to take off any clothes or anything like that, but as long as I don't, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. No, not at all. They made it clear that they wouldn't mind.
The new Ms. Emerson will be crowned at a banquet tonight. Loren Nancarrow, News 8, Fiesta Island.